Hello everybody, it's Rama, and if you follow my channel, you know how excited I am right now to be showing a flip through of one of my sea journals. I have been working on these for, well, it's been a couple of months when you include the papers that I did for them, all the specialty papers and all the different parts of the process. So very excited to do this flip through. So I have two journals. This is the first one, and this one measures, it's 9.5 by 6. And the spine on this one is 2.25 inches. So I can start here. These are gorgeous trims from Sheila from Boho Trims. And I also used one of her glass bead dangles here. And then, so this covered up the signatures. And then I've got, let's see, I've got the tassel, and it is on a clip. So if you don't want it, it's easy to remove. A bunch of different fibers and stuff in here. I've got two strings of this, some blingy stuff, and different threads. So we got some vintage fabric on the cover, and I did use corner protectors on all the corners here. And this is a nice hard cover. So on the front cover here, I started off, I have the video on just the process of doing this cover. So I glued the shells onto some heavy cardstock. It's almost feels like a watercolor paper, and then I went over it with an acrylic glaze, some oxide sprays, and you can see I did some gold foil, and I added in these beads and some, because I was thinking pearls, so I did that. Now after that was all finished and I liked the way it looked, I went over it, I put many layers of an acrylic sealant on it, and I also used a thick layer of Mod Podge. I wanted to protect them because I didn't want them to, get crushed or anything. Went around with this trim, and I added these mirror pieces to it. And then for the closure, just got a big huge piece of fabric here. And I love big bows, but the other thing I like about this, let me undo this here. If you are taking this journal with you somewhere, if you want to pack it and take somewhere, something like that, you can actually wrap these around and tie it here to kind of hold your, to hold down your tassel and stuff so it's not flopping around. So you can always cut these if you'd want, but I just left them as is. So open it up here. Now I have a lot of different papers and things I'll kind of explain as I walk through here. I also have, if you see any of them that you like, in my Etsy shop, it's Rama Art is my Etsy shop, and I do have paper packs there. So on the first page here, I have this is a fabric pocket, and I added on the little gems and things, little collage piece there. And then we have the mirrored trims at the top. One of my tags that I made here. Another little piece. I did a lot of sewing in this journal. I sewed, I think pretty much around every page except maybe a few, and all my tags and things that I made. And everything is backed with tea stained paper. And then on this page, I have a little peephole. And if you can see here, I put one of this is a little mini seashell that I glued onto a button. So I thought that was cute. Beautiful trims from Sheila from Boho Daydreams here. So that's page 1. Okay, and then in here, I just put a little pocket here. Now this is some eco print paper. Have another tag that I made. So she loves the serene brutality of the ocean, loves the electric power she felt with each breath of wet, briny air. And then I have these little cards, the vocab words that are just kind of put in different places throughout. And then these cards, I absolutely loved these. I did a lot of different things to these. They're all backed with tea stained paper. I did some oxide sprays on them, and then I also went over them. If you can see the shimmer there, I went over them with embossing powder. I did a lot of embossing on things. I love feeling it, and I just couldn't stop doing it. So tuck those back in there. Some more, lots and lots and lots of sari trims from India that I cut to decorate the edges of the pages. And a lot of these trims also are from Sheila from Boho Daydreams, as I said. The other side of my eco dyed page. And here, I just thought this was pretty. I just put this here. It's a little flip. I did leave pages for you to, whoever falls in love with this and would like to purchase it, to, you know, do your own thing, and some writing space, or to add your own things. Some more sequence trim here. Relatively blank pages here. Dictionary page that has some stuff sprayed on it. Some more. This is a gorgeous piece of, this actually looks like a wedding applique or something, but this came from one of Sheila's packages. I've had her things sitting here, and they're so beautiful that I felt like I needed something really special that I was working on to pull them out and use them. So, and then all these, so all of the papers that are prints, these are all from G&T Designs, but I did something to all of the pages. Gesso on some, and I have a whole video on this too. Gesso, and then I used perfect pearls. I used some embossing powder. I just did all kinds of stuff just to sort of make some things on the pages stand out. So here we just have a little tuck there. Now this has the perfect pearls on. I can tell by the shimmer. So this is one of my pages that I dyed, and this is a linen paper, and I used mica powders on here. It's kind of cool effects and beautiful colors. And we've got the trim, of course. Okay, and then we're coming to the center here. So this is a piece of tracing paper. And then here, the center. There are always flowers for those who want to see them. And then I have these pearls kind of hanging in here. So this is a nice journaling spot, because again, this is the linen paper. It just has a really nice feel to it. The other side here. So on this side, this is a altered paper clip. So this is the altered paper clip made with a book page, and I just have some little things in here. This is another one of those sea creature cards that I put embossing powder and different things on, backed with cardstock. So it's kind of fun. And then this, I just put some more of those blingy embellishments on there. And the other side here, the other part of that dictionary page. So you can see lots and lots of sewing here. The other part of the Eco Guide page. Eco Guide. And then here, so you can see here I did gesso, and then I also did, I don't know if it's easy to see the shimmer here. So we've got gesso, and then I also used I'm not sure what the color is, but it's like a frosted glittery embossing powder from Tim Holtz. So I wanted to add, you know, some dimension and layers there. And then this huge fancy applique. I think my love of boho is coming out in this journal. And then this is one of the tags that I made. Women Like You Drown Oceans. So these images are from G&T Designs. I used some embossing powder on here. And then I added this wire coil tucked in there. So here, got a large side pocket, one of the creatures, the sea creatures. And this one doesn't have embossing glaze on it. This one has the Distress Micro Glaze on it. So it has that really smooth, it feels like almost a little bit waxy, like a conditioner was on it. I love the feel of it. Lots of texture here. Then we have one of my photos that I altered. I just posted a video of the process of doing all of these. This particular one, this has embossing glaze on it. And this was one of my favorite tags. I love this tag that I did. Lots of texture going on here and fun. Got little seashell dangles. My soul is full of longing for the secret of the sea. So this background alone, I just love. And then we've got the image again from G&T Designs, and we've got some texture paste here with embossing powder on top, all kinds of things going on there. Now in both of the journals, I did this this page with the hole. I thought it was kind of fun. So I did embossing around the like submarine window. Run a tight ship. And then we also have, this is a piece of lace that I just cut this little piece out. It looked like coral to me. And then I have another piece of that trim that looks like leaves going up for our underwater scene. Okay, then our second whole page. This is another one of my papers that I did. This is again a linen paper with some mica powder, tea stained, and I did some splatters. I also have a video of making these pages with the hole if you're interested in that. And some more of Sheila's beautiful blue trim here that she dyed. And then this is a page from one of the books that I used, one of the book pages. Some more beautiful trim here. And we got a music page here. Another one of my dyed papers. Again, this is a linen dyed and this great fabric. I have a little piece right here. It had little pieces, it looks like coral. So I thought, of course, I've got to add that in. And I just love how these turned out with all the bubbles and things on there. And this is also linen. I'm not sure if I said it was linen or not. And then here we're getting to, this is one of the book pages that I use that I turned into double pockets. I used 2 of the pages and combined them to make pockets. Again, that's in my other video. I'll have all the video links and for the whole series of making these journals, in addition to all of the digitals that I used and even my own papers. So everything will be in the video description. So here we are at the next middle of the signature. So we've got these gorgeous pages. And then for all the signatures, I have some little dangles in the center part. Here we have another one of those sea creatures, and this one, I don't know if you can tell, it has a little bit of a shine compared to, you know, the dullness of the paper that doesn't have the microglaze on. And then another one of my tags here, between the devil and the deep blue sea. I used some of that contractor tape to create some waves for her boat. Okay, so moving on, the other side here. And in this pocket, I have a postcard. So this is a real vintage postcard. And another photo. This one, so this has embossing glaze over it. It's kind of funny. It's checking for decency. So they're measuring the length of her swim dress thing. Okay. And then, isn't this paper great in here? It just looks like underwater, like when light reflects off of the water. It's got the other part of the music page here. Another sea creature. Yeah, I did leave some space here. And here's the other side of that fantastic paper. Okay, so it has a pocket on one side. This just flips out, and I just clipped another sea creature here with embossing. And another little ephemera piece. And then on this side, it's just a pocket. We have another photo, and this one, this is embossed. I embossed her little suit here. And then one of my tags, it says, she told the seashell her story, whispering every secret her memories held. Then she laid the shell at the ocean's edge and watched the tide pick it up and carry it out to sea. So this is vellum, and I put some string underneath there and did some messy sewing around it. And then we have embossing glaze on top of the quote here. Lots of fun stuff going on there. I love texture, and just, I feel like these journals you kind of go through with your fingers and with your eyes. Then we got a book page. This is from my video that I did on rusting things. So you can see some of the rusty bits here on the pages. Then we're moving on to the next signature. One of those beautiful printed pages from G&T Designs. Some more of my boho trim that I cut for the edge. So on this page, I have one of these crazy sea creatures from G&T Designs DigiKits. And Making Waves, my octopus lady. And then we're going with the next signature here. Another one of my papers with the mica powder. And I think almost every page on one side has some trim, some of these gorgeous trims. Like I said, I held nothing back. I just had fun and used all my beautiful things that I've been collecting because that's what it's for, right? So here we've got some nice writing space, whatever you'd like to do here. Another one of the digital prints, another one of my dyed papers. Added some different colors here. I think this one I used some salt when I did these, like big, they were salt flakes. And again, this is linen, so it's got that really nice texture, some great trim here. Okay, and then on this page, I just have a little page flip. This is some more of the fabric from Sheila. I have a little quote here. My soul is full of longing for the secret of the sea, and the heart of the great ocean sends a thrilling pulse through me. By Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. And we've got some more of the fabric that she dyed. I just thought this was a really pretty page, so I left it as is. I just like that. And then the other side here, let's see, got a big pocket. So I've got two of my altered photos that I did. Got our ladies at the beach with embossing powder. And we've got some more. This has some crackle paint on it. Got our buttons. We've got some yellow, and this is like a light blue, a navy blue. And then here's another one of the whole pages. And this is some fun stuff that was just sent to me in a swap I did with Sandy Pierce. I thought this was cool, little netting stuff. So I put some in this journal. The other side of my dyed paper. And I love this image of the big fish here. I just left this one as is. I thought he was really cool. This is the other side of the dyed paper, so it's just that linen tea stained. And then here we have on the other side of my dyed paper with the mica powders. And then this is a printable from G&T. I don't know if you can see in closer to the corner here, we have the Perfect Pearls. So we've got some shimmer coming out here, and then just a little tuck. Okay, and then we're at the end of this signature here. Just have another little tuck here with one of my sea creature cards. The shells and with some green embossing powder on top of this one. The other part of my rusty bits paper. Then moving on to the next signature. Just a nice colorful page here. And I did some stenciling here. So this tag, it says, I will love you as the sea loves, in gentle waves and in ferocious storms. Again, we've got embossing powder on everything here. This is another one of those tags that just has tons going on. We've got the texture from the base, and then I added texture paste with embossing powder on that, and then embossed here. This is my dyed paper, and then I stamped it, and it has a layer of a sealant on it, some Mod Podge. So it has that nice, feel to it. And then my pockets that I made out of the corrugated cardboard. And I did some embossing on this fish. Their open page here. Now these are from my book pages. So we've got the whale shark. These are some die cuts I added on here for just to add some pop of color. And then over here, it's kind of covered up the P, but this is porcupine fish. These are all from the book pages that I used and I just kind of left them as is. Got our buttons here in the center of the signature. And then this is some nice pretty, it's like a pink shimmery lace. I thought it just brought out, and we've got pink trim here from Sheila. So added some nice pink to our pages. Got the sea urchin here. And then on the other side here, a little piece of ephemera that I backed, and another one of my tags. Got some string and goodness on here. This says, I crave a love that drowns oceans. And this is the other side of the shark page, and I made a pocket with the cutoffs. Nice open page. You can do a spread here. That other stamped page. And we've got two more of my altered photos. So these photos have frosted crystal on. So it has a little bit of a different feel. And then I used some watercolor to put on their swimsuits. Okay, then our other side here. I also in my video showed doing these little collages. So this had an octopus. So when I was sewing my pages, I thought, oh, let me just take all those threads and put with my octopus here in my cluster. And then another one of my photos with embossing powder. I've got some pretty trim here. Some more fun dyed paper. And some trim. And then the other side, got a pocket here, and this tag says happy as a clam. Got a little rusted clip with some dangles and lots of texture. This is a vintage, I'm not sure, like some sort of magazine that you can order from, I guess. It came in a big, huge book. I had to cut it down a little bit. So there's that. Another page here. I love this color of this trim. So this one is a book page that I made a pocket out of. This was from a stack of postcards that I bought from the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. And it just had some really amazing photos. And then one of my photos again. And I just love the way these feel. So we've got those tucked in here. And then this page, yeah, I do so many dyed pages, but I really love the soft colors of this. And again, this is the linen paper, has a really great texture to it. And our trim here. I just did some stenciling on this side. And here we're at the middle of the signatures. So we've got our buttons, and there are a few that hang out on the bottom. So this one will be hanging out on the bottom. And then on a rusty clip, I have one of my buttons with the seashell just clipped on here. And I just put this little, tuck this down here. Got a little pocket here. I didn't do anything to this envelope. I thought it was really pretty as is. This is an envelope that I did when I was doing my eco prints. And then we open it up, and I have a vintage postcard in here. Okay, we're getting towards the end here. So this is the other part of my book page that I did the pockets. Then we have some goodies in here. Another photo. My little sea creature cards. You will never tame her, for she is the sea. Just put some fabric underneath there. And then on this side, got another photo. So this one has the frosted crystal on. And here, I've got another envelope. Has a little seashell tuck here. And another postcard that has some crackle paint on it and that I distressed. And then on the other side here with one of my clusters and a beach photo. The other side of that vintage paper. And this paper, I love this paper, the way this turned out. And we're at the end, oh my goodness. So I made a belly band here, and I just tucked another postcard that I put some frosted crystal and distressed of a ship. My goodness, you guys, look at this. This is lots of love went into this journal. I can say that for sure. Very exciting to make this, and I'm so excited to share it with you all. And I will be coming back to share the second one that I did as well. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching.